Hey folks, Dave back here in Studio B playing some more Strat baseball. Yeah, as you can tell, I really like it. And today we're going back to the 1973 ALCS. And as you know, if you followed along, Baltimore leads this one 2-0. So in game one, it was a 7-4 win for Baltimore in game one. And then in game two, they hung on. But Oakland came back with 3 in the ninth, but Baltimore still hung on for a 6-5 win. So they take their 6-5 win here into game three. And I'm just getting some things set up here, the chat room and the whole bit, as we usually do. Unfortunately, I can't do this. I haven't figured out how to do this ahead of time. So it just takes me about 30 seconds to get this going. Let me get my monitor going as well to make sure that everything is up and running. And I think that is good. That is good. And we're almost ready for action here for game three. Okay, I think we are. As Steeler fan drops by, thanks for coming by, pal. As we get some baseball here on the channel tonight. And I'm going with this little setup here. I'm trying to get more cards and dicey on my setup, if you will. And so this is kind of what I got right now. So this is pure cards and dice. I don't have any helpers here tonight, so I'm on my own. So if I screw up, I am on my own. So here we go. And David's playing baseball while watching baseball. Yes, it is. It's a great Tuesday night. I was supposed to be at the rink right now, but the weather kind of got us down, so we're not at the rink. So I'm here playing. I just played game one of the 1972 Stanley Cup Finals with Hockey Bones. And the Rangers pulled out a 5-4 exciting win over the Boston Bruins to take game one. A last-second shot by the defenseman by Boston was in range, and Jockerman made a ridiculous save at the buzzer to give the Rangers the win. So that was fun. That was really fun. And Texas Gander 5, yes, we were just talking on Facebook. Good to see you here. And so we got some Strat baseball here tonight. Let me dust off the A's a little bit. I get this little dusty stuff on here, and let's go. So we got the Orioles coming up, and I'm going to do my best to keep score here without the help of a helper this time. So, alrighty, so we have at the plate, and you can't really see the cards too well. Not much I can do about that, folks. It's really just not, that's tough doing the cards and dice, but we have Rettenman coming up, okay? Rettenman will be, he's the right fielder tonight. So I'm just going to play some basic. Here we go. Ken Holtzman is on the mound for the A's. So here we go. So we're in Oakland, game three. Oakland trails the series 2-0, and we're off and running. So we have a 4-8, and he struck him out. So Rettenman goes down swinging, and the A's are off and running here at home with a big strikeout. Coming up next, we have Bobby Grich. Grich is at second base tonight. And here's the pitch from Holtzman. It's a 5-9, and this is a strikeout. So he comes up gunning down a couple of Ks, and there's 2 away. Could have a quick game here with all these strikeouts. And now it is Blair, the center fielder. And, off the pitcher card again, a 6-8. And a 6-8 is going to be a pop-up to first base. And that'll end the side. So no runs, no drips, no errors, as Johnny Bench says. And so now we're going to go to the bottom of the first. And it's absolutely nothing to absolutely nothing. What I need to do is change my this. There we go. So Baltimore and yeah, I'll get it right. Let me go to my thing here. Yep, so it's nothing. So we're going to go here to the bottom of the first. That's where we're hitting right now. So we're in the bottom of the first, as I'll try to keep track of my hits as well. I don't do a very good job of that, but I will try. Oh, yeah, I didn't realize the score. I have the score sheet over here. It's a replay baseball score sheet, and I actually have columns for hits, so maybe I'll do that, and it'll help me out. Alrighty, so the A's come up right now, and leading off is Campaneris. He's at shortstop. Here is Campaneris facing Mike. Is it Cuellar? It figures I got to get the guy that I never pronounce his name. Cuellar. I think it's Cuellar. We'll see. Somebody will correct me on that. I get a 1-4. And a 1-4 is going to be a line drive right at the third baseman. And a nice spear by Robinson. And there's one away. as Slash Deep Gaming comes by. Hey, thanks for coming by here. Some more baseball today. I had the day off. I had half the day. And so figured I'd jump on with a couple of baseball games. And someone mentioned, I think it was Taxi Gander, right in the chat room, said, hey, the 73 World Series is kind of fun. So we're going to go back to that here. Game 3. Cuellar. Okay, Cuellar. Okay, we'll go with Cuellar. That sounds good to me. Joe Rudy, the left fielder. I have a 5 and a 7. And he struck him out. So Cuellar, if that's how we say it, struck him out, and there's 2 away. And coming up now is Sal Bando. Incidentally, I had a really fun game of 79 today. I played Back to Basics baseball earlier today. That's kind of a fun game. It's basic, and it's back to basics, but it's a fun game. I enjoyed that. Sal Bando, the third baseman, with 2 outs. We have a 3 and a 2, and he's going to line this one down to third base as well, and Robinson is busy down there with a couple of line drives, and that ends the inning. So no runs, no drips, and no errors. And now we're going to go to the third, and we are still on the second inning. We're going to the second inning now. I get my innings mixed up. They need to be periods, second period. How about that? So I'm going to go to the second, and it's still absolutely no score. So we have the DH Tommy Davis coming up. He will go up against Holtzman. Holtzman struck out 2 in that first inning. Anyway, what's kind of neat about when you have the sheet here, everything's right here. You can read right off. You don't have to go and really kind of fudge around or fiddle around looking for the stuff. As Scott shows up here. Scott, when I'm done here, I got to sit down with my Stone Cold and put in some things there so I can get some Stone Cold hockey going. I need to do that. All right, here we go. We have a 2-8, and that's off the Tommy Davis card, a 2-8. He pops this one up. Coming over is the shortstop, and Campaneris, and there's 1 away. So not a lot going on in this game as Davis pops up. Don Baylor, the left fielder, his first at-bat. And we got a 3 and a 9 for Baylor. Ground ball down to the shortstop. Coming up with this one here is Campaneris, and that is that. So a pop up and a ground out down to shortstop. Campaneris has been busy. And now we have Brooke Robinson, the third baseman. Here comes Brooke. It's a 3 and a 6. Ground ball down to the shortstop. So he's got pop out and a couple of ground outs, and that's going to be a nice, easy inning for Holtzman once again. So let's go to the bottom of the second. It's absolutely nothing to absolutely no. We have nothing going on. All zeros. We got a couple of strikeouts and mostly ground outs, and that's how it goes. So let's see. So Davis, Baylor, and Robinson are all done. Okay. Hopefully I did that right. I might have not switched the card over on one of them, but you know something? We're going to go with it. I might have made a mistake there. Again, this is not a tutorial. Dave's still kind of getting used to the strat. So we have Reggie Jackson coming up. I might have not switched the card there, but we're going to go with it. So we got Jackson. 4-8. And, a single on a 1-12, and it's a line out down to first base. So he's going to line this down to first base. Nice snag by Williams, and we have 1 away. So let me make sure I flip the card this time. That's the thing when the computer does it all. You get lazy. You tend to overlook things. Gene Tennis, the tennis player. 4 and a 7. We have our first base runner. He gets the Pantera walk. So Oakland has a man on first base. I probably should have gone with the yellow for Oakland, but I'm going to go with the green. So we have 1 away, Tennis on, and it's the DH. Let me flip it over here so I don't do that again. Deron Johnson. We have a 6-5. 6-5, and that's a pop-up to third base. And coming over for the second out is the third baseman, and that is Robinson. All righty. So, I knocked over the guy on base. He's okay. He's okay. All right, make sure I flip the card again to Canigliaro. Billy Canigliaro is the center fielder. 2 away. one on, a 5-3. And ground ball down to first base, X. So we have our first defensive check of the game. And if this is hit down to first base, it's going to be hit to Williams, who's a 3. And first base, a 3-18. I'm going to call that an 18 over there. A 3-18. What did I say that was first base? 3-18. One base error. Runners advance one base. So that's going to be an error on the first baseman. Let's go E1. And he boots it. And so Williams can't come up with a play. So with 2 outs, we have first and second now. And it's going to be Fosse. I think that's how Dave Little told me to say it, right? Fosse? Is it Fosse? Ray Fosse? I'm not fussy. It's Fosse. Alrighty. So Cuellar will deal to Fosse. We have a 4 and a 5. And 4 and a 5 is a ground ball down to second. And with 2 outs, we don't have to worry about it. That's going to be a nice put out by Grich. And that will retire the side. So they leave a couple stranded. We had a little bit of excitement going on in that inning. But we're going to come away empty-handed. Still no hits. But we do have an error, though. So we need to put an error on Baltimore. And now we're going to go to the top of the third. And it's going to be Earl Williams leading things off here for the Orioles. So we're going to take the base runners off the base. We'll clear everything out over here. And that's how we do it. That's how we do the cards and dice. We have some fun. Holtzman on the mound. He's still doing very well. Neither guy's given up a hit yet, so it's going to be Williams here in the third. A 1-7. Struck him out. Williams goes down swinging, and that's the third strikeout of the game for Holtzman. Nice job. So we have one away. D. Scott dropping by as Andy Etchebarren comes up. He's the catcher. Etchebarren trying to get things going here. 6-8. And that's a pop up to first base. This Holtzman guy's pretty good, man. It's hard to get a hit off of his card. So Etchebarren pops up to first base. And we have 2 away in the top of the third. And as long as I keep remembering to flip the cards, I'm good. I did forget to flip that, and that might have cost somebody the game. But that's how we do it. We have fun. That's how we do it. All right, so we have Mark Belanger in his first at-bat. 2 away. This could be 9 up, 9 down. We have a 2-9. And he struck him out. Wow, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 strikeouts. Here it's been 9 up and 9 down for Holtzman. And if you like pitching duels, we might have one here tonight. So, let's clear everybody out. Let's reset the dice. And let's go to the bottom of the third. Boy, we could be here a while. I think I had an extra innings game earlier today when I played Back to Basics baseball. It just went into the 10th, though, before the Red Sox choked it away. That was a fun. Back to Basics is fun. It is. I don't know if, like I said, I'm not sure if I like it any more or better than any other games. It's just new. And so it was fun to play because it was new. Alrighty, so now we have Dickie Green, the second baseman. He's thinking green. It's tough being green. 1-5. 1-5, and that is a strikeout. So it's going to be the second strikeout of the day for Cuellar. And we have one away. And we have Campaneris coming back up. He lined it down to third base, is what he did the last time. And we have a 4 and a 6. Ground ball down to second base, X. So down at second base is Bobby Grich with a 2. So let's check the 2-11 at second base. 2-11, and he is out. So Grich makes the play. Down at second base on Campaneris. And a G4. And now there's 2 away. Joe Rudy. He struck out his first time up. So Cuellar holding his own. Yeah, Ron went 14 today, huh? That's nuts. I tuned in. I was watching some of it, and I forget what I was doing. And I was like, yeah, Ron, I can't watch anymore. All right, so we have a 2-8. And it's going to be off the Rudy card. And it's, uh-oh. And Joe Rudy, let me double check, 2-8 with an 8, and this one is deep, and this one is gone. Joe Rudy with a 2-out home run, and this now a 1-0 lead. So let me do this. Let me get my hit for Rudy. Okay. So I'm going to put up a hit and a run here in the bottom of the third. So it's a one-hit game, but that one hit was a homer as Joe Rudy goes deep. And with 2 outs, the A's lead this one 1-0. Now, I played the other night. I played 79 Strat with my new 79 cards, and it was 1-0, and it was a home run by Dusty Baker. Only run of the game. And that was between the Dodgers and the Dodgers and the Reds? I forget who I played. Astros, I think. No, Expos. I don't know. It's one of those teams. Rudy spoils the no-no. Yeah, in a big way. Sal Bando. And Matt stops by just as it was a home run and was hit. Yeah. Yes, it was. So let me get Bando off so I don't have another home run. Bando's up now. Rudy hit the home run. Right? Yeah, Rudy hit the home run. So Sal Bando with a 6-9, and that'll be a fly ball into left field, and coming over to make the catch is Baylor. So that will do that. But the damage was done on the home run by Joe Rudy. I love Joe Rudy and Sal Bando. I love those guys. That's why I like to play the A's sometimes. It's just kind of fun playing some of these old guys that I remember seeing the baseball cards as a kid. Alrighty, so where are we now? We're going to go to the top of the fourth. So it is still 1-0 here as the Orioles come up. And Frank, thanks a lot. Yeah, I'm still playing around with a few things. I just added the backdrop today, and that seems to kind of fill in the black to give it some kind of depth. And I know you can't read the cards too well, but it's not too many feeds you can read the cards when I go and watch people play. So you just got to, maybe you could follow along at home if you wanted to, but it's just kind of tough to show that off. So top of the fourth. And leading off is the top of the order, Rettenman. He struck out the first time. I got a 1-8, and a 1-8 is that's too bad. That was close to a hit, but he's going to pop it up. He gets underneath it, and he's going to do that down the shortstop. So we're going to pop up to the shortstop, and that is Campaneris, who makes the play 1 away. Now we have Bobby Grich coming up. It is fun, though, like moving the cards around and stuff. I mean, stuff I never did. I didn't play this as a kid. I didn't have this stuff. And now as an adult, it's like, it is kind of fun, just having the cards and looking at them and getting the results. And I don't know. I'm enjoying it. Simple stuff, I guess, right? Bobby Grich, 4 8s. Struck him out. So Grich goes down swinging for the second time in this game, and he's getting long looks from the manager. How can he be striking out in the ALCS twice in a row? So it is 2 away, and we got Paul Blair. Paul, he's the mall cop. He popped up to first base. I have a 4 and a 4. Fly ball to center field. Fossey is the catcher who's not going to make the play. Canigliaro is the center fielder, and we'll do that. I looked at C. Center field. No, it's CF, Let me check to see how many putouts Campaneris has. I will check that as we end the top of the fourth with still nothing going on right now. So Campaneris, let me just get to the bottom of the fourth. So we're in the bottom of the fourth right now. It's 1-0 on the home run by Joe Rudy. Campaneris has 4 putouts. He's got 2 pop-outs and 2 ground-outs. So he's got 4 putouts. Kind of neat. As Larry stops by, thanks for coming by. As we play a little bit of 73 baseball tonight. Oh, and it's one of my other favorite players, Reggie Jackson, coming up. Reggie, he lined out to the second baseman. And so Cuellar deals to Reggie Jackson. We have a 4 and a 7. Ooh, and he walks him. So that's the second walk of the game as Jackson goes down to first base. And we have an A on the base pass. Tennis is the first baseman. And I do like to bunt. and we don't have anybody out. I think I might lay down the bunt. Alrighty, here goes the sacrifice. And a 5, and taps it back to the pitcher, and it's a nice successful bunt. So sacrifice hit, and down to second goes Jackson. So a good play there. So we have one away on the sacrifice by Tennis. And it's going to be Deron Johnson as Dwayne Martz stops by. Thanks, Dwayne, for showing up here. Let's play a little bit of baseball tonight. Hope everybody's having a good day. Hope there's no snow where you are. I just talked to the guy Thursday and Friday. I got to go to Central Mass to do some hockey games. He says he's down there now, and there's snow everywhere, and he's trying to set up a couple days early, and it's just a disaster. I'm like, oh, boy. Good thing I'll see you in a couple of days and not today. I don't know if I would have made it today. It's pretty bad out in that part of the state. So Johnson comes up. We have Jackson at second base. We have a 1 and a 7. And that's a single. And so Jackson goes down to third, and Johnson goes to first. And, I think that's our second hit of the game, right? So Johnson with a hit. And that's all we have for hits, just the 2. So we have 2 hits here. Still just 1-0. And coming up is Canigliaro, and he got on base on an error the first time he was up. So we have 2 outs. We're going to say that the A's are at double play depth. Alrighty? How do I make pitching changes in basic? I do my pitching changes, yes, all on gut. No matter what game I play. I try to follow the game as a guideline and then just kind of feel it out. I mean, if they haven't given up hardly any hits, then I think they're okay. If they've given up a lot of hits and it says they can go 7 and they've given up a lot of hits, then at 7 he's done. Now Cuellar on the other side says he can go 7. So right around that time I start to look around and say, okay, if he gives up a hit or something like that, I take him out. I go on feel. I just for me, this is just fun for me, and I like to interact with the game. So yeah, Frank, what I do is it is gut for me. But at the same time, I like to be in the, pardon the pun, I like to be in the ballpark, when I do this stuff. So Billy Canigliaro comes up for Oakland. He's the center fielder. 2 on, 1 out, double play depth for the A's. And it's a 4-3, and that's going to be a fly ball into right field. Ooh, X. So Canigliaro hits us in the right field, and Rettenben is out there with a 2. I think that's pretty good, right? The 2 is pretty good. So right field 2, we have an 8-2 in the outfield. And he makes the catch. And over here, runners advance 1 base. So that was hit pretty deep, right? It's on the, yeah. I think that's it. So if we have the 2-8, it says out 1. So he makes the catch and runners advance 1 base. I'm going to hold this guy here. So we're going to go a fly ball into right field, and we're going to have Jackson tag and score on the play. And so it's 2-0 now. Yay, 2-0. I want to do that. I'm going to do it here. Got my tally. I almost screwed up my whole formula. Woo! Getting a little excited here. So it's 2-0 now as Jackson tags and scores on the fly ball to right. Holding at first base is Johnson. So now we have Fosse coming up with 2 outs. We have a 4 and a 7, and that's a walk. Oh, boy. So Fosse draws the Pantera walk, and now we have runners at first and second with 2 away. Wow, only 2 hits in this game. Pitcher's duel. And coming up now is Green. And Green is a 2 and a 6. And it's a ground ball down the short, and that will end the side. So they get a run here, and they lead this one 2-0 now as we go to the 5th. So let me see here. I'll keep my score over here too. So a lot of zeros. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, and 0, 1. I like to keep it on my thing over here so I can look back at it later. Try my new recap poster. Holy cow. Who was it? Was it Glenn? Somebody in the Discord, in our Patreon Discord, was using a super PowerPoint presentation newspaper. And that's the one I posted on Facebook the other day. It says, I got to steal this idea. I use PowerPoint for a lot of my stuff. I didn't know there was newspaper templates, and it looked kind of neat. So I did my 1911 Red Sox recap in a newspaper style, you know. And Frank says he got Strat hockey. He's playing basic, but he's really enjoying it. That's great. I will say this. Start with a basic. After you get 2 games of basic in, just go to the advanced. Not the super. Just go to the advanced. And it plays pretty much the same. It just adds a few more wrinkles into the game, if you will. And I think that going from basic to advanced in hockey is a piece of cake, you know, compared to some other games when you go to basic to advanced. But play a couple games at basic, get the flow of it. And when you go to advanced, you just use more of the card. And the power play is the same as basic, I think. It just you use a different card. Instead of using the basic cards, use the advanced cards, and they're pretty much the same. Just keep everything 2-2. You know, don't worry about changing the offenses. Just stay 2-2, and that's the biggest block on the advanced cards. And I think you'll pick up the advanced pretty easy. So we need to go to the top of the 5th, right? That's where we are, the top of the 5th. Yeah, top of the 5th. So it's going to be Baltimore coming up to bat, and we got Tommy Davis, right? I think that's where we are right now, top of the 5th. Tommy Davis coming. So right now, it's Holtzman has been mowing them down. Holtzman has got 5 strikeouts in this game. And the Baltimore bats just have been really, really quiet. So Tommy Davis is the DH. He's popped up the last time he was up. Move that over there. And we have a 4-7. And that's going to be our first hit of the game. That's going to be a single. So he is on. Davis is on with a single. And we have our first base runner of the game for the Orioles. So we finally get rid of the no-hitter, and it's a single. So he's on in a 2-0 game. Don Baylor is not going to bunt. Tommy Davis is not going to steal, because we'll be looking at a 1-10. So no, we're going to have Don Baylor just hit away. That's what we're going to do. Nobody out. Baylor at the plate. I have a 1 and a 4. And he pops this one up to third base over to Sal Bando. And we have 1 away. And now we have Brooks Robinson. This is really cool. You know, I know you guys are probably old hat, but when I see the old names, Brooks Robinson, Sal Bando, Joe Rudy, it's a happy place. I was playing earlier, Bruins and Rangers 71-72. You know, Rattel Park or Esposito. Just takes you to your happy place. You know what I mean? And that's why I do this. I go to my happy place to block out all the bad. All right, Brooks Robinson. He grounded out to Campaneris. 1-9. And a 1-9 is a fly ball into center field B. And so going nowhere is Davis. So it's just going to be a fly out the center field. And a nice catch by Canigliaro. And we have 2 away. So we finally get a base runner. He's just kind of sitting there like, hey, what's going on? Williams is the first baseman. He struck out the last time. Let's see if we can get something going with 2 away. A 1-5. And a 1-5 is, he struck him out again. So Williams goes down, swinging, and that is that. So they do get a hit, though. So Davis gets the first hit of the game and the only hit of the game. I'm going to put up a 0 here in the 5th, and we're going to go to the bottom of the 5th. And it's still 2-0, a low-scoring game here. 1973, the A's trail 2-0 in the series, trying to get back in it. So now we go to the bottom of the 5th, and Oakland coming up to bat. And we got Campaneris leading things off. Speak of the devil. Let me grab another drink here. All right. Campaneris against Cuellar. And we have a 2-9 ground ball down to shortstop. And this is going to be Belanger with the play. So Campaneris hits it to its counterpart. G6, and there's one away. Joe Rudy, he struck out and homered. So he's got the first run of the game for us, Joe Rudy. With nobody on, Joe Rudy. A 1-5. Fly ball into center field. Coming over is Blair, and he'll make the catch, and we have 2 away. As Sal Bando comes up. Sal Bando is lined out and flied out. The Bando man, a 1-9. And this time he struck him out. So Bando goes down. So that's 1, 2, 3 strikes. 3 strikeouts. 3 strikes out. 3 strikeouts for Cuellar. And that is that. So no runs, no drips, and no errors in that one either. And so we're going to go now to the top of the 6th. And now we got to start looking at the pitchers here. Alrighty. So quiet game here today. It's just a quiet night. It's not like a Spiders game. That's for sure. Although I do need to play some Spiders. I really do. The Back to Basics has $18.99, so you know that I'll be printing out the Spiders and playing some Spiders with that. If you missed it, I did a Spiders, the last game of the season with the Spiders and the Cincinnati Reds. Was a great one. It was a classic. It was a great finish the whole way. I streamed it on the channel. If you ever get bored one night, go back and watch my last Spiders game. It's called End of an Era, and watch that game that I played. That was a fun one there. Just for the audio. It was just, it was a jumping chat room. Everyone's cheering for the Spiders. It was just a really, really fun time. So we are going to, where are we now? The top of the 6th, and it's going to be Andy Etchebarren. Andy Etchebarren. Is Matt Alexander on the Oakland roster? Well, let's find out. Matt Alexander. I thought I saw his name. I don't have him here on my cards. No, and he's not in the starting lineup. Now, is he a pitcher? I'm not aware of Matt Alexander. But I will look. No, I don't have him. At least I don't have him. So Etchebarren comes up with nobody out. He'll lead off the top of the 6th here for Baltimore. A 2 and a 5. And that's going to be a strikeout. He struck him out. Etchebarren goes down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Ks. Scott, where are you with the strikeout count tonight? Holy cow. And Holtzman is dealing some smoke out here. Belanger, he struck out as well. And we have a 6-4. And ground ball down to third base X. So this is going to be hit to third base. And our third baseman today is Sal Bando, who's a 2. So third base 217. And he is out. So that would have been a double play. So he is out on the ground ball. Down to third base, right? So 6-4. Third base, yep. G5. 2 away. He's slipping. Yeah, you almost nailed it one night. I forget who he had. I think it was Ryan. You were getting pretty close, He was a pinch runner. I wonder what Carter. Okay. Yeah, I don't have him here, so I didn't see him. But I bet you, I wonder if Season Ticket Baseball has him. They have everybody, so I'll have to check. Next time I don't know if I have 73 though. Yeah, I don't have 73 for Season Ticket Baseball, so I don't think I would be able to check. I have 74, but not 73 in Season Ticket. Alrighty, so let's go. And it's gonna be So these guys are done, right? So we're gonna go to the. Rettenman comes up. 2 outs. I'm sorry, 2 outs. Getting ahead of myself. 2 outs to Rettenman. I'm so used to them just going down. Boy, that 20-sided die nearly went flying, and I don't know if I have one handy if that went over the center field wall. 5 and a 5. Uh-oh. Oh, man. That nearly got him on the board. A 5 and a 1 to 8 is a home run, and a 12 is a fly ball to right field. So it's a deep drive into right field. Reggie Jackson on his horse, and Jackson makes the catch at the wall. That's how close Rettman came to getting Baltimore on the board. But they do not. They go 3 up and 3 down. So let's go to the bottom 6 in this game. And it's still 2-0. So Cuellar can go 7, so we're not too concerned about him just yet. And he's going to be looking at Reggie Jackson, who just made that terrific catch in right field. Okay, Reggie Jackson. And we have a 4-6. And it's a ground ball down to second base X. So this is hit down to Bobby Grich at second base. And Grich is a 2. And a 2-17 at second base isn't out. So Grich makes the play on Jackson and is 1 away. Oh, G4, second base. G4. I put the wrong one. Not that you guys see that, but. All right, so Jackson is down 1 away, and we have tennis. He likes to play tennis. He walked and sacrificed on a bunt. So we have a 1-7. And a 1-7-17. That's going to be a single. So tennis is on with a single, and we have another hit in this game. Yay. So tennis for Oakland is down at first base with 1 away. And we get to add another hit. That's 3 hits now. Not a lot of hits in this game. Not a lot of hits. I do like the score sheet, though, because I am able to put the hits and kind of see them now. I should probably keep track of the strikeouts, too, instead of counting them every single time. I should have like a little check thing off to the side here. Alrighty, so who's coming up now? So tennis is on with a single, and we got Deron Johnson. He's singled this game as well. He's 1 for 2. So 1 away, and we got a 3-7. And 3-7, he struck him out. So down goes swing and goes Johnson. 1, 2, 3, 4 strikeouts now for Cuellar, and Canigliaro comes up with 2 away. And he's got a 2 outs. He's 0 for 2 today. And we have a 2-6 and a 2-6. Ground ball down the short, and that's going to be scooped up by Belanger, and that'll do it. So they get a hit, but they get no runs. So we're going to go to the top of the 7th here, and it is still 2-0. It's a shutout going here for the Athletics as they trail the series 2-0, and they're trying to climb back in to salvage things. This is the ALCS 73 American League. I needed to dig up this. This was a pile of shame thing. I says I have 73. I've had it for a few years. I've never played it. I'm playing it. So as Fana stops by, he's heading home from work. Nice surprise to see me on. Thank you. Thank you for coming by. And you'd like to see some All-Star games played in Basic with my seeds? Yeah. That's an idea too. I've done that with hockey, so I could definitely do that with baseball. That could be kind of fun. Alrighty, so Holtzman comes back on the mound here in the top of the 7th for Oakland, and he can go 8. He's doing quite well. This guy's doing well. Well, he's got a 1-hitter going. And you know something? Let me do my strikeouts just so I have them here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strikeouts for Holtzman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 1, no, just 4. Just 4 for the other guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 strikeouts for Cuellar. So I should keep track of that now. All right, so Holtzman's on the mound with 7 strikeouts in this game. And it is the top of the 7th, and it's going to be Bobby Grich. He struck out twice. He's been a good customer. We have a 5-7. Ground ball to second base X. So this is hit down to Green at second, who's a 2. And a 2-17 at second base is an out. Alrighty, so he hits it down to second base, and Gritch is out here in second, and a ground ball down to second base. And that is that. And Steve stops by first time live, enjoying the game. Thank you so much, Steve. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, I'm trying a new setup tonight, new setup this week. Excuse me, I'm trying to show the cards a little bit more and the dice rolls and my new dice tray and my logos that I made. And I don't know. I'm just having fun. And the chat room is usually a good time as we talk sports and baseball and the whole bit. So thanks for coming by, and thanks for catching us live here tonight. We're supposed to be recording Digital to Dice tomorrow. I'm not sure what we're talking about yet, but I got to get with Ron on that and we'll figure that one out. So we have one away, and it's going to be Paul Blair, the Mall Cop. He's 0 for 2, like everybody else, and a 2-8. Oh, no! Paul Blair on a 2-8 gets a hold of this one, and this one is gone. Blair has homered for Baltimore. Just the second hit of the game. It is a home run, and it's now 2-1. So things are getting interesting here. So Baltimore, who's been quiet all day, but now Blair opens it up here as he hits a one-out home run. And, whoo, that is that. So, hang on, folks. We're not done. And Frank says, it's just like being a kid again, hearing those names. Like from the Reds in the 7th. Yeah, I was trying to read it kind of quick. Yes, it is fun hearing these names and seeing the names on the cards and the whole bit. And it's fun. This is supposed to be fun, and it is fun. So now we get Tommy Davis. So everyone up now on the Oriole bench in the 2-1 game. And Tommy Davis, a 5-7. Ground ball to second base, X. So this is hit down to Green again. Green is a 2 at second base. And a 2-6 is an out. And there's no runners on base. We ain't got to worry about it. So it's going to be a G6. A G4, rather. So Tommy Davis hits it down to second base. He is out. And now Don Baylor. And he's got some home runs on his card. Well, he's got a home run on his card. So let's see what he can do. He hit 286, it looked like. So that's Mr. Mall Cop to you, sir. Steeler fan. That's awesome. All right, Donnie Baylor with 2 outs. It's a 2-1 game here in the top of the 7th. We have a 6-7, and he hits that one in the left field fairly deep, but coming over to make the play is the left fielder, Joe Rudy. So F7. So they get the 1. They get the 1 on the home run by the Mall Cop, Blair. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 7th now. It is 2-1. Interesting. So now Cuellar, he can go 7. I'm going to let him let him play here a little bit long because he's doing fine. You know, none of these pitchers have really been rocked. It's been a very good game. So we're going to keep playing here. So Cuellar on the mound. He's facing Fosse, who grounded out and walked. Let's see. Fosse. I'm not fussy with Fosse. A 2-7 and a 2-7-7. That's going to be a single. So Fosse gets a hit, and he is on, and that's hit number 4. So Oakland has a runner on base. And that's going to be hit number 4 here for the Rays. The A's, right? Ooh, the Rays. So we got Dickie Green coming up with a man on and nobody out. And he's going to look to drop a bunt here. He's the bottom of the order. I like to bunt with the bottom of the order. Here we go. He's going to drop this bunt right here. That's going to be a good bunt. That's some good crispy duck right there. Hits it back to the mound. So he's going to get a sacrifice hit of his own. And down to second goes Fosse and is 1 away. So Dickie Green, nice little bunt right there. And again, basic mode bunting's easy. Alrighty. So Campanera's coming up. Lined out, ground out, ground out. So not a lot going on with him. Man on first. Campanera's a 6-6. That's a fly ball to right field B. And that's going to be a catch out there by the right fielder, Rettenmund. So Campaneris flies out, and now we have 2 away. They're hit by pitch and basic. I don't see any. Nope, there might not be. I'm looking at, well, at least on these 2 cards, I don't see any. If I see one, I'll let you know, but I haven't seen any that I can see. I'll keep an eye out, though. Again, basic is basic. It's just kind of meant to be kind of fun, and it's been fun so far. So we have 2 outs. We have Fossey now. Oh, he's down. He's down at second base. Fossey's at second base because of the sacrifice hit. Ooh, I almost forgot. And now Joe Rudy coming up. So Rudy has got a home run in this game. Let's see if we can get another one. Alrighty, so we have a 4-6. Ground ball to second base, X. Boy, a lot of defensive checks in this game. So down at second base, that is Gritch. Gritch is a 2, and a 2 with a 10 is an out. So it's nice, easy ground ball down there to Gritch. So G4, and that ends the side. But they get the run. They do get a run. Who does? Who gets a run? No, they had a runner, not a run, a runner. Big difference between a run and a runner. So we go to the top of the 8th. It is still 2-1. So again, it's a home run. And then we had a ground ball, got the run home there. That was Green driving home Reggie Jackson. So that's a go-ahead run right now. So let's go to the top of the 8th, right? Top of the 8th. Now, here's what I'm going to do. So I need to look at the pitchers here. So Holtzman, he can go 8, and he's mowing him down. He's doing, I'm going to pretend he's like doing pretty well. So I'm not going to worry about taking him out right now. Anything crazy happens, then we got to think about it. But he's doing quite well. In fact, I looked back, and one of these games went into 11 innings, and the pitcher pitched all 11. So they don't really take him out too much unless they get rattled. All right, so it's the top of the 8th. It is 2-1. It's nail-biting time as Brooke Robinson comes up. And he is 0 for 2 in this game. Oh, off the pitcher card again. No, it's off the batter card. A 2-6. Oh, man. He almost tied the game. He hits this one deep. 1-3 would have tied the game. Instead, it's deep into left field at the warning track. And coming up with that is Joe Rudy. Ooh, that was close. A 2-6, 1-3, and I rolled a 2-6-5. That's how close we came to tying this game. And Earl Weaver, I don't know if he's lucky strikes or the one that Chesterfields that Ron used to say. Yeah. Earl Williams, he's got 2 strikeouts. Here we go. Earl Williams, 6-3. Ground ball down to first. So this is hit down to Tennis. Oh, boy. And first base is a 4. Oh, boy. A 4-4 at first base. And he's out. Tennis actually makes the play. So G3. We'll call this a G3. And there's 2 away. Now we get Andy Etchebarren coming up with 2 away here. And Baltimore is running out of outs as we're in the top of the 8th. What's my go-to game for hockey, Steve? It all depends what I'm looking to play. Right now, my long play game, if I want to play a long play hockey game, it's Hockey Bones. And I'm playing some over there tonight, and I'll probably go back after this and finish up a game over there. So my long play game is Hockey Bones. My medium games, it's a toss-up between Shootout and Stone Cold Hockey. They're both very, very fun. I like them both. I don't even know which one I like a little bit. They both do something a little bit different. Shootout was my number one, but Stone Cold Hockey come out of nowhere, and they're fun medium play games. They really are. And Stone Cold has the PC version too. It's really fun. But Shootout is a great time. I just grew up on Shootout. Yeah. So Shootout was my main game for a long time, and I still love it. All right, so Holtzman to Etchebarren in the 8th with 2 away. We have a 1-8. Struck him out. And that's strikeout number 8 for Holtzman. And we will go to the bottom of the 8th, and the A's are still clinging to a 2-1 lead. And coming up now is Sal Bando as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Stingy game here, folks. Very stingy game. These pitchers have been very, very good. So Cuellar, oh no, he can do 7, so he's in the bottom of the 8th. So here's what we're going to do. Anything kind of crazy happens, and Cuellar is gone. So Cuellar's got 4. He's got 4 strikeouts. He's only given up 4 hits, though, but he's getting tired now. So I got to kind of keep him in mind. Sal Bando, a 1-10. And he's going to pop this up to the shortstop. Coming over is Belanger, and he'll make the play 1 away. Reggie's got a walk, and he scored a run in this game, and that's the go-ahead run, if you will. Jackson against Cuellar, a 1-6. And that's going to be a line drive right at the second baseman, and that's Grich jumping up and making the catch. And we have 2 away. Jackson almost got a single on that one. But the split die roll said no. That's going to be a play by Grich. Gene Tennis. Tennis has been on base a couple times tonight. A walk and a single. He's got 1 of the 4 hits. Tennis against Cuellar. 3-2. And ground ball down the short. It's got an injury on that, but I'm not playing injuries tonight. So just a ground ball to short. Belanger scoops it up, and that is that. So it all comes down to this, folks, as we go to the top of the 9th. 2-1 in favor of the A's. Holtzman is still on the mound. We're going to leave him in there. He's playing really well. Unless things get out of hand, he's going to be our guy. We're going to try to get him the complete game. And Scott says he loves a good pitching battle. Well, that's what we have tonight, a good pitching battle. So the shortstop, Belanger, comes up. I got to start thinking about bringing in some dudes that can hit because no one's been hitting tonight. As Cleveland baseball fan is here for the fantastic finish. Yes, you are. Holtzman trying to nail it down here in the 9th. It is Belanger. Here's the pitch. A 2-6. Ground ball to third base. And Bando has it and is 1 away. So the fans on their feet here at Oakland Alameda Stadium, whatever it is. And it's Rettenmund, who's the right fielder, who's 0 for 3 tonight. Will he be 0 for 4? Holtzman deals a 1-2, and he walked him. So that's interesting. So Rettenmund goes down to first base. He's not really a threat to steal. I mean, I get a... If I wanted to steal, it'd be 1-10. What do you think, folks? I'm gonna put it out to the chat room. We have 1 on, 1 out. Rettenmund is a 50% chance to steal. What do you think? Bobby Grich comes up. What do you think? Let me know if I should try to steal on a 1-10. I'm going to take a quick drink here. I mean, Bobby Grich has not been doing anything tonight. He's got 2 strikeouts. I'd like to get the tying run in scoring position, but it is risky. 50% is risky. If it was the 1-13, I might try it, but I am using the thing in there. Pinch run. I don't think that really matters too much in basic. His running's a 1-14. I see what you're saying. So that would turn it into a 1 to... So if I did that, it'd be a 1-12 instead of 1-10. Let me see. Let me see who I got. Who do they have here for Baltimore that's an A runner? That's a great idea. So far. Oh, I do. I have Al Bumbry. What do you think? Al Bumbry's going to come in. for Rettenmund. And he is going to pinch run. Yeah. Al Bumbry's coming in. So Rettenmund is out. Bumbry is in the ninth as a pinch runner. Let's see. Here we go. The magic die. He's safe. Bumbry has stole the base. And it's a man on second with one away. So the chat room comes through. As Al Bumbry with a pinch hit. A pinch runner steal. And now Holtzman, who's still trying to lock this down. I'm gonna give him one more batter, and let's see what happens here. So Gritch, well, we're gonna have to swing away with Gritch because we got one out. If it was less than an out, I'd bunt. So here comes Gritch against Holtzman. We have a runner at second base. That is Al Bumbry, who just stole a base. Let's see how this plays out. It's a 2-9. Struck him out. And Gritch strikes out for the third time tonight. And that's 9 strikeouts for Holtzman. He is 1 out away. We're going to keep him in. We're going to let him pitch. It's his game to lose or his game to win. It is the Mall Cop, Paul Blair, who's got a home run in this game. And I think we're going to put him on. I think we're going to put him on and play any base. All right, so now we got first and second. I'm going to put Blair on with an intentional walk, and we're going to pitch to Davis, who didn't hit a home run tonight. So intentional walk. And Davis comes up, who's 1 for 3 with a single. So we're rolling the dice, no pun intended, and we got first and second now, and we're going to see if this helps at all. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but it now is a play at any base, as we used to say in Little League, a play at any base. There's 2 outs. 2-1, top of the ninth. Tommy Davis, a 4-7. Oh, man, he is robbed. A 4-7. He hits it down the line, and a diving catch by Sal Bando will end the game. That was almost a 1-14 was a single. Anything above that was an out. Oh, and it's a diving catch by Sal Bando on Davis, and that ends the game. So it's a line drive, 5, and that'll do it. So the final score here today, it is the A's taking this one 2-1. So look at that. Yeah, not many hits in this game. Not many hits at all. It was a very quiet game if you think about it. But so the series is now 2-1 as the A's finally get a win at home. So what was this? 1-2-1 and 2-4-0. So the A's come back and they take it here. So that sets up. We at least have a game 4 and 5. 4 and 5 coming up here in this thing. I gotta see what they play. Was it 2-3-2 or 2-2-2-1? I forget how they did this one here. 2-2-1-1-1. I'll have to look it up. So good win for the A's. Holtzman pits a gem. Scott is right. He is right. It was a gem. Yeah, let me come back to Studio B here, and yeah, that was a fun one. That was a fun time. These games are always fun, and it's about having fun. And yeah, so that's again. Thanks to everybody in the chat who stopped by tonight as the A's come back in the series. It's just fun playing the older stuff. I'm getting a kick out of it. Some of you guys that have played this forever, it's probably old hat, but for me, I'm enjoying the heck out of it. So. I'm Dave from Studio B. Hopefully we'll have a new Digital to Dice podcast for you tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night. We'll see how it goes, see how Ron's feeling, see how I'm feeling. And, yeah, that is that. So I'm going back over here. I'm going to make myself a decaf coffee. I'm going to play some Hockey Bones. I got Game 2 of the 1971-72 Stanley Cup Finals, and that'll be offline. But I'll be playing that, and I'll have YouTube going here. So if somebody else in the community's on tonight, I'll be watching. So thanks everybody that came by. Another good chat room, good conversation tonight. And thank you so much for coming by as we play some 73 Stratomatic here, basic mode. I'm Dave. We'll talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.